Hey guys, Jack Welch, Ky Weyer and Ky Willott here from the Kookas. We're going to be asking each other some questions and getting to know each other a bit better. I'm going to start with Wiz. What did you learn from being left out of the Kookas squad last year, and how did you use that to get back in this year?
So last year was a bit different for me. The start of the year was quite difficult, and it was more about finding out what I wanted to do with my life, whether my hockey career was over or if I was going to use the year and learn from that and come back better. And I decided to do that, but also balance off-field. Went to full-time study and just enjoyed playing club hockey and sort of being out of a high-performance program for the first time in a while. So it was a good reset, and looking forward to getting back into it this year and hopefully doing well in Paris.
Good answer. And congrats, by the way, for getting back in.
Thanks, Jack. Ky, tell us about your professional career and what you do outside of hockey.
So for my casual job, I do disability support work with Watchability. I'm an athlete ambassador there as well. Started that probably 9 to 10 months ago now. I've been loving the role that I do ever since, and hoping to move myself further up the ranks and put out inclusivity online and social media, which is what I'm pushing for. And I also study part-time doing paramedicine, so I'm doing that at ECU.
Yeah, nice. And when you're doing the Watchability stuff, is that a couple of days a week, once a week, or does it just sort of change depending on training and availability? Yeah,
so the job is very flexible for me, which is completely ideal. So it's about training and around myself. So shifts will be put out and I can accept or not accept, I guess. It's as simple as that. Jack Welch, what age did you first start playing hockey and why did you start?
Good question. I think I was 10 or 11, and I played soccer when I was young in primary school, and Hayden Belts and Josh Belts, who were in the development squad and the Kookas squad, are good family friends, and I played soccer with them back at Rosetta Primary, and they were into hockey and they needed some players for their team, so I went along to training and got hooked. I found it a lot more fun than soccer, so I got hooked from
That's
there.
not typical though. Like usually I think it's a family sport, so personally I started through family. And you didn't start through family and your family played?
No, I was the first in my family to play, but now my dad's actually a goalkeeper coach.
And out of you and the two Belts boys, who was the best soccer player at Rosetta Primary? And what positions did you play?
I actually played at the back in soccer, believe it or not. I think Hayden was more in the midfield at that time. I just remember always trying to run it from the back and try to score goals. I think Hayden was pretty good, but I'd like to say I was better.
But not Josh, he was...
Nah, Josh wasn't that good.
Average.
Wiz, what was your earliest hockey memory?
For me, it was when I was about 2 or 3 in Maryborough, and I just remember not playing hockey or watching hockey. It was just being at hockey with mum and dad. They both played, so just hanging out with them and all their friends' kids and just sort of running around playing soccer, footy, cricket, hockey, like out on the grass fields while they were playing. And it's sort of something that, we look to do now is still have fun and find the enjoyment in the game and not see it as a job or a chore to come down and training. Like, try and think about it as when you're a kid and you're just going and hanging out with some of your best mates and doing something you love. So those early memories of just having fun and not being concerned about playing well or if there's a scoreboard, but just running around and having fun with mates.
Did you play any other sports growing up?
A little bit at school, a bit of cricket, a bit of tennis, soccer as well. But hockey was always the main one, and if anything clashed, it was always hockey that was the priority. So around 14, 15, stopped playing cricket because it clashed with indoor hockey, and as the season started to be a year-round thing, cricket got on the back burner, and it's been hockey ever since. So, Ky, you said that you got into hockey through family. Who's someone like in your early years? It could be a coach or a parent who really helped you to get to where you are now.
Probably just my dad. He's pretty instrumental in my career, and also my brothers. I had 2 older brothers who played at state level and international level as well. But yeah, basically my dad, he coached me all through juniors, every club team, every state team. He still manages at the moment with New South Wales Pride. Yeah, just basically my dad, everything. Tell us your pathway from first starting out in juniors to debuting to the Kookaburras, or for the Kookaburras.
Yeah, like I said before, I had a bit of a later start than probably most people. And maybe because of that, I wasn't always like up there in state teams and things in the underages. I think it took me a while to kind of break through. I think it was under 18s when I kind of had to, it was a bit of a make or break tournament for me. I think that was in 2015 and I had a really good tournament. And that was the year I first played AHL and made Joe Horace well with the under-21s Australian team. So I had a really good year in 2015 and yeah, went through all the junior stuff, went to Junior World Cup and was in around the group, the Kookaburras group through VAAs and that kind of thing. And I was lucky enough to debut in 2018. When I was outside the squad, I moved over to Perth from Tassie in 2018 and played club hockey with YMCC. I almost forgot the name. YMCC. And had a good year with them playing club hockey. And yeah, like I said, I was lucky enough to debut from outside the squad with Jacob Anderson and Josh Simmons at the time in Darwin at a Four Nations tournament. Yeah.
Very nice.
Queensland has no shortage of Australian hockey greats. Who have you looked up to or been mentored by in your career?
It's a very good question. Queensland does have a very rich history, especially over the last 10, 15 years. But someone who's been extremely instrumental in my career is actually a New South Welshman. Brent Livermore moved to the Gold Coast around 2008, 2009 when I was 14 or 15 and was a bit unsure about what I was going to do with hockey. I'd always played and enjoyed it, but it was starting to get in the way of hanging out with friends on the weekends and doing fun things like that. So I was at a bit of a crossroad, and he showed up and played at my club and started taking coaching sessions in the mornings for guys and girls who were in underage stateside. So sort of pretty quickly after that, it was 4 mornings a week before school down at hockey, and he was big in developing my skills, but also sort of giving me belief and showing a bit of professionalism and bringing that into my hockey and seeing that it's not just something that you just rock up on a Tuesday, Thursday night and play on the weekend. There's a lot more to it, a lot more sessions, a lot more about nutrition and extra conditioning, which is something that has always been difficult for me through my whole career. So even now he's someone who I can talk to, and if I need advice or just want an opinion on what I should do, he's been pretty big in my life.
That is a good answer. Come on.
Ky, so you would have won a lot of tournaments and a lot of club hockey games and titles and had a lot of success in hockey. Two-parter, what's your most memorable junior moment, say from under 18s, and what's your most memorable senior moment?
Okay. Under 18s, most memorable moments is probably just state level, I think. We had a pretty dominant run at under 18s and we were never the best, but we trained mornings as well, the same as you, but we also trained afternoons before tournaments. And leading into it, we were underdogs, so we went into it underdogs. And then after 5 years, we won 5 in a row, which is pretty special. And it was just with my club mates, schoolmates, and it was one of the most enjoyable times I had playing hockey, which is pretty good. But 21s level, it was winning the state championships in Lismore. That was, other than first past the post in 13s, that was the first national tournament I've won with New South Wales. So that was pretty special. Had Livers as a coach, my dad as a manager. And yeah, we've had a good team. I've played with all my mates since under 13s, under 11s even. And it was pretty special winning the first one in Lismore. Livers coach, dad manager. It was, it was pretty special. Pretty special.
Yeah, cool. And senior, AHL, Hockey 1?
Yeah, I got, Livers gave my first opportunity in Hockey 1 in 2019. I played a couple of club or round matches, and then I was lucky enough to be selected for finals where we played Brisbane in Melbourne.
Yep.
No, that went.
We do.
No, but I was 19 then. I was among all the Kookaburras. We had 8 or 9 then. Yeah. It was a very dominant team.
I remember that team vividly. Yeah.
I just felt like an outsider playing in it, but it was so special just to be in and around it. Learned a lot, and since then, after the COVID year, we won again in Bendigo, which was I had more of a important role in that team. I feel as an attacking player and taking the game on and really giving us some energy up front. And winning that one was very special as well, scoring and converting the winner in the grand final, which is, it was awesome.
Yep, 2 great memories for you, not so much for me.
Yeah, then this year...
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
and tell me about your debut for the Kookaburras, when and where, and sort of how it was, how the build-up was.
Yeah, so I got announced in the squad start of... I can't even tell you the year, to be honest. I got announced in the squad. 2022, is that right?
Post-Olympics?
Post-Olympics, yeah, 2022.
2022, yeah.
So I got announced with Craig Murray, James Collins and Ben Rennie.
Yep.
Got announced in the squad then, and then it was pack up and leave in 2 weeks and headed to Perth. We got stuck in the training straight away. And then we had a series against Malaysia here. It was a 5-match series against Malaysia. And I was told by Bachi that I'd be getting my debut, which was pretty cool. Nan and Pop come over, Mum and Dad, some family, friends, and it was, very special debut. Good series. We won the series, which was nice. Got a couple of goals, which was nice.
Always nice to get one
Always
early.
nice. Get on the board early.
As a striker?
As a striker, you have to. Nah.
Get in early.
Get in early.
You end up like Craig Murray.
Yes.
There's a lot of pressure, mostly by himself and his head noise, but then that becomes external and he feels like everyone's looking at him. But
But we weren't.
Good from you to get on the score sheet.
But made a debut with a few of the other New South Wales players who I grew up watching, which is pretty cool. And basically it.
Yeah, and so leading into that, you'd obviously been training here with the group for a bit before that, so you would have been, felt quite comfortable and had a bit more understanding. I know for myself and Jack, it was sort of a phone call, and I'm not sure, I had been to Perth once for a VAA and got the call and was a bit unsure if it was real or not, or if someone was pranking me, but I remember getting to Melbourne and sort of really feeling like an outsider and like, do I belong here? Am I going to be good enough? But I
think that's definitely a question we would have all asked ourselves. Because I wasn't in any of the development squads. I was I picked with Craig and we were relatively young. I just remember they were prepping for Tokyo Olympics and there was a camp in Darwin, and that was around when COVID happened. And I wasn't selected to go, but the people in Sydney were selected to go, but they couldn't leave Sydney because of COVID. I lived in Newcastle, which is 2 hours out of Sydney, and I was able to leave and go to Darwin, which was, I don't know, I guess there was a bit of luck on my side there. But
pretty important crossroads in.
Very important crossroad. That was.
I remember that. Well, we played on the same team against the Paris side, Tokyo side. Sorry. Took it to them in the series too.
We did.
We definitely had our chances. I thought we might have got the call up to
Yep.
to go to Tokyo instead, but we couldn't
could've
quite
picked-
get over the
they
line.
could've picked either
I
or
think,
team, to be
yeah, I
honest.
think the shortage of numbers with travel and COVID that really put us
it
put us
did.
at a disadvantage
It
there.
did.
So
Walsh played in that one too. I remember
Yeah.
him scoring a goal early.
yeah, it was a very good series that one.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, very hot,
Hot.
very hot.
Good prep for Tokyo though.
How many rooms
Good for
together,
them.
actually?
Yeah, we did. Actually, first time I met you, we
Yeah.
were together then.
How long?
Yes, we did. Oh,
And how was Ruby with Welchie?
well,
I don't think
early on,
I live with Welchie, but
I didn't know Welchie really, and he didn't talk at all.
Come on.
He didn't to me, and I was young kid coming in, mate, and like I was nervous.
oh, how cool is this? Ruben with the
Yeah,
Kookas,
Ruben with the
another
Kookas.
striker as well. He'll take me under his wing, show me around what we should and
What we
shouldn't
should-
do.
Nah, but
And-
we had a good chat. So.
Yeah.
We had good chats, and then now we're best mates. So it's pretty funny.
That's good.
Welchie, tell us about your off-field career. What have you done, and what have you studied?
Yeah, so I have done an electrical course. I did like a pre-apprenticeship at TAFE, and then kind of decided I didn't really want to go down that path, and
Hard work.
talked to like a career practitioner and try to figure out what I wanted to do. And what came up was performance analysis. So that's kind of the road I'm going down now. So basically some online study and work experience, that kind of thing. Nothing really too formal at the moment, but I mean, it's good being in this environment where I can work with guys like Jug and Sam Marshall, for example.
Yep.
So I've got some good connections in that space, and yeah, that's where I hope to take my career. Some kind of performance analysis in a team or something like that.
That's cool.